What is going on, guys? Back at you with another commentary video. And pretty much I know a lot of people want to know my thoughts on Forza 5, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of give you my overall thoughts with the game. I've only been playing it for roughly, I think about a few hours now at the moment, so I'm definitely going to be playing a lot more in the next couple weeks. But people want to know my initial thoughts on the game, and I'm going to go ahead and give them to you. So, starting with visually how Forza looks, this is definitely the best looking Forza game that we have ever seen, period. Like, there isn't any Forza game that I can think of that looks even remotely better than Forza 5. Which is really cool because Forza wasn't always known for its visuals. I think for a while a lot of people would agree that Gran Turismo kind of had the lead as far as best visual racing sim, and over the past few years, past few iterations of Forza, they've really kind of been able to fine-tune the visuals of the game, and it looks absolutely amazing. Again, this is really the best looking Forza game. There's just really no comparison. Like I said, Gran Turismo, new Gran Turismo that comes out later this year, has got some big shoes to fill because this looks absolutely amazing. But then again, Gran Turismo, I think 6 is it the one that's coming out this fall, or this winter, excuse me now, is running on old tech, so it'd be kind of an unfair comparison, but just on the visual side of things, Forza looks phenomenal. Now going into the sound, definitely the sound is a big thing that they've been stressing over the past few Forza games. They really take their time with the sound in Forza, because it is definitely, as you can hear right now, it sounds amazing. It sounds absolutely amazing. I mean, the engine sounds amazing, the sound of the car on the road sounds amazing. When you crash into other cars, that sounds amazing. I mean, you even get, I play with a pair of Astro A50s, and you even get like wind effect sound as well. So like when you're, on the straightaways, some of the straightaways in the game, you get this like kind of like whistling effect. If you listen closely, you can kind of hear the wind bouncing off the car, gliding off the car. It's crazy. And actually, even the more aerodynamic the car gets, the sound actually changes, which is even more crazy. The fact that they spend as much time and put as much detail into the sound on Forza, I think really kind of makes it the most premium racing sim that you can get right now. Forza 5 is definitely the best sounding racing sim on the market right now, in my opinion. Now, I have played pretty much all of them, or all the big ones, and I think this one is the best. And then another big thing that I don't want to get too much into this video is drive avatars. I know drive avatars is a really big thing. One thing that Microsoft and the team behind Forza really focused on a lot coming into Forza 5 was drive avatars. I think I'll probably do drive avatars in another video, because I think that kind of requires its own separate video, because it is like this new type of AI that enhances the driving experience. It gives you a much more realistic experience, and it's something that you notice like right off the bat as well. So the first race, I think you do have a total of 6 races right at the start, where they put you in this really exotic, really fast and exotic car, and you're able to kind of get a great idea of what the game is going to be like from there on out, and then they kind of shoot you back to the beginning, and then you have to start in a kind of old beater and then work your way up. But in the beginning of those first six races, you get a great idea of like how much different and how much more realistic this game is, just because of the driver avatars. And that's really not counting anything else. That's just the driver avatars. Is almost a night and day difference in terms of experience than any other Forza game, just because it's so realistic. It's really hard to describe as something that you have to experience, which is why I say if you can definitely get your hands on, a copy of Forza 5 or maybe a friend's Xbox, you should definitely experience it yourself. And then the last thing that I really wanted to touch on would definitely just be the overall mechanics and the feel using the new Xbox One controller. I'll probably do that in a separate video as well, because that will require me to talk a little bit more about the Xbox One controller. But I know a big question mark going into Forza 5 were how are the triggers going to work with this game, and I will sum it up in one word, and that is amazing. Actually, I want to do 3 words, but I'm going to do one word, and it's amazing. The triggers are the best thing to ever happen to the Xbox One controller, obviously, but the haptic triggers that they put into the new Xbox One controller make the racing experience so much better. Like I said, I'll probably get into that in a different video, but those are just my initial thoughts, guys.